Only anyone would have been.
I can't hear you, Jay.
Yeah, Jay, that's right. I'm not hearing you through the.
What is going on with the mic?
Oh, there we go. Oh no, just briefly.
You got a short in your mic.
Yeah.
Hey, though, Max. How are you doing this morning?
What's going on, Key? Why do you say Jay has a short mic? I think it's a regular height mic.
No, I said it's a short in the mic.
Okay, I just wasn't
electrical.
Sure.
Isn't that like an electrical term or something?
Yeah, I don't know. Who knows? What am I looking at?
Shortage in the mic, wiring.
What's going on, Key?
Nothing much, man. Just, taking it all in, waiting to hear your critic, or you and your critics on Dak Prescott's performance against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and
Not
how
much to criticize there.
How they're going to get smashed by the 49ers. I'm just waiting to hear everybody's conversation. Because
you think they beat the 49ers?
Wait, I'm back now.
But based on what you just saw.
I'm back now. Did Key say I have a short mic?
Yeah, he's just making fun of your height.
Let's see how I use it.
What's going on?
Anyway.
No, I didn't say anything. I said you have a short in your mic. Like something's wrong with your cord. Yeah. I think that's some like electrical term, shortage, or I don't know.
Yeah, I conflated that with something else. Anyway, moving on.
I don't mess with electrical things. I hire somebody. Sorry. Just being honest with you.
Make the call, Jen. Nobody's doing that.
Yeah, I'm not touching it. You know how that is. It's so funny now that I just said that I thought of something before we dive into the Dallas Cowboys victory last night against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. As a kid, they would tell you not to touch an electrical outlet or socket or something.
Yeah.
And you would still try and do it.
Of course.
As an adult, you don't even want to touch it, though, right? It's like, I don't even want to touch it. Never mind. Get somebody else to change the bulb.
How do you think I got
change the bulb?
How do you think I got this scar on my lip? That's from biting into an electrical, into an extension cord when I was 3 years old.
Well, I heard you. You bit into an extension cord?
I crawled behind the TV. I was trying to unplug something.
See?
And I bit into it, and I like tried to, and it like, my eyes were open, but I was seeing like in the cartoons squiggly lines, and it burnt out the nerve. I didn't feel anything, but when it finally got off, it could have killed me. My mouth was fused shut.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, man.
This explains so much psychologically for you.
Yeah.
So much. It's just
turned into
coming.
Electric Man.
So in other words, it short some of his brain is what you're talking about.
But yeah, you got to be careful. And nowadays,
boy, elevated the thoughts.
Nowadays, I'll tell you what, man. Nowadays, Key, it's not just that you don't want to deal with the electrical stuff. It's exhausting even telling someone else to. Can someone else just take that off my plate?
Well, now they're childproof. Now you got the childproof ones. Key, you slide it over. You got to actually slide it over before. Yeah.
I used to. Especially me, I'm so sensitive to it because of what happened to me. When my kids were little, my oldest was little, I'd point to an outlet and I go, no. And she would just look going, no.
Hey, put it this way. The Buccaneers would have, last night, they should have hoped the lights went out.
Nice, Key, nice. Yeah. Look at this. But they didn't. In fact, Dak's light shone brightly, didn't it? Dak Prescott, 25 of 33, 305 yards. And Key, I hope you'll finally listen to me. Here's the most important thing. No turnovers. If you would get one thing out of this experience with me, you should know no turnovers. That's the key.
He went four attempts over what I normally would like, but that's okay.
True. That's right. He likes it under 30 attempts because it says something, not every time, but it says something about the basic game plan when you drop back fewer than 30 times, right?
Yeah, but it's fine. I'll take the 33.
Especially when you're completing 25 with no turnovers, not to mention 4 TDs, and he ran one in. So here's Dak at the post-game presser, guys. How has he and the team been able to stay steady? How were they able to do it throughout that game?
Preparation and easy, just knowing what this group's capable of doing, not getting frustrated within, and I can't say that I didn't do that last week. That was a little bit of frustration, but this week, knowing that I couldn't allow that to get in my head. I couldn't allow me to change the way that I played this game. I obviously credit the defense for, as I said, getting us the ball right back after those 2 possessions, and just told the offense in the huddle, hey, we get 1 first down and this thing's going to roll. And that's exactly what happened. So, yeah, we just got to continue to do that.
So 25 of 32, 305, 4 touchdowns, a rushing touchdown. He's the 4th player since the merger with 4 passing TDs and a rushing TD, I assume in a playoff game. Anyway, Booger McFarland said last night, let's stop the Dak questions, please. Is he right, Key? Does one game do that?
Well, it depends on what you're questioning, right? It's a bunch of stuff because people are going to try to move the goalposts. Now it's he finally won a playoff game. He's tied with so-and-so who won a playoff game. Joe Burrow's won more playoff games than Dak Prescott. He's the same as Brock Purdy. I mean, they're going to continue to move the goalposts. So what has he answered? What is the real question here? Can you say that he played phenomenal in the playoffs? Absolutely. Can he continue this? Absolutely. Now, let's see. I mean, let's see. Do I think he's going to continue it? Yes. Do I think that people need to get off his back and quiet down? Yes. All of those things. And Booger's completely right, though.
But you were never completely off Dak anyway.
Well, he was making me mad.
Yeah,
he was making me mad because he was throwing interceptions, but I wasn't off of him.
Yeah, I don't understand why everybody's so sensitive about Dak. Like, this. Can we stop all that? We have questions for everybody. There's questions about. There's questions about Brock Purdy. There's questions about Joe Burrow. Was it a fluke?
No, it's not. No,
what are you talking about?
There's no question about. Nobody questioning Joe Burrow, Jay.
Oh, stop.
Nobody's questioning Joe Burrow.
There were questions about Joe Burrow about the beginning of the year, whether this was a fluke. Will he get back there?
But that's a different question.
Well, this is a question because this is America's team, and Jerry Jones sells it and can Dak. I get it, but all I'm saying is, okay, it was great. Congratulations for them winning their first road playoff game in 30 years. Congratulations
against a sub-500 team.
Congratulations to them winning their first playoff game in a blue jersey since Roger Staubach in 1978. These are all
sub-500 teams.
These are all incredible. They haven't beaten Tom Brady in 7 tries. Great. The expectation for this squad was to get to the NFC Championship game.
Bingo.
We have been talking about them being a Super Bowl caliber team. That's my expectation for them.
So in other words, Jay, it is fair to ask questions until the following happens. We see Dak in the NFC Championship game.
Yes.
If we see that, then we say, okay, you did the bare minimum of what this team was supposed to do, and anything beyond that you get extra credit for.
But what's the question?
Is Dak a Super Bowl caliber quarterback?
Absolutely. Yes, he is. He's always been.
I agree with that.
He's always been.
I got to say, I agree with that, too. Even though
he's always been a Super Bowl caliber quarterback.
But because it's the Cowboys.
It had to be what Booger had to be referring to, like when people were saying, are they going to replace Dak? Or, is he the quarterback for the Dallas Cowboys in the future? I never questioned that. I never questioned whether Dak wasn't going to be the leader of this franchise moving forward.
Well, if he
I just would like to know the context of Booger's question to the question. Like, I want to know what Booger means by it's time to stop questioning Dak Prescott, because the only thing I can think of is he won a playoff game. That's the only thing I can think of. And I don't know what else.
And that's not enough, really. Like, it was an excellent – here's the thing. Sometimes you can look at the quality of the performance and say that was just excellent. He was just excellent last night. But we have to admit it was against a bad team that's been struggling recently.
No, and we can't. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that.
The Bucs were sub-500. That
doesn't matter.
Of course it matters.
He lit their ass up, and he was crisp and clean in the pocket. He did everything almost perfect. I'm not going to do that.
That's why I agree. You cannot say he wasn't excellent. Key, I started by saying that. You can't say he wasn't excellent because he was, period.
Yeah, you started by saying that, then you went on into, the team was sub-500, and they were this and they were that.
There's more. Now, he was excellent against a team of that caliber. Now it's time to see him be excellent against an elite team. And we're going to find that out in a matter of days.
And I want to see that for every damn quarterback that's in the playoffs. Sure. I want to see it for everyone. I want to have that, as Michael Irvin once upon a time said, I want to see that same intensity that you're carrying now for those other quarterbacks, and I want to see it when the playoffs resume. I want to see that same intensity.
There are questions for other quarterbacks. That's what I said. The questions are looming for everybody. But I will say this to your question, though, Max. We did watch 2 other teams go against. One team went against the 3rd starting quarterback in Skylar Thompson, had a tough game, right? And then you think about Huntley with Baltimore as well. So, like, taking care of business is taking care of business. And they did it in a pretty brilliant way. Regardless of whether a team is sub-500 or not, you're in the playoffs. And it is Tom Brady who can put together magic.
And also can put pressure on you just by his presence.
He wasn't putting no magic together last night.
No, not last night.
No, we're going to get to Tom Brady.
He kept trying to do his thing like this to get the thing to come out in the magic trick. And it wasn't coming.
The thing you said. Yeah,
the little stick or whatever.
When you're a kid, you get the little thing in the But look, the thing about Dak and about questions is questions arise. If Patrick Mahomes has a bad game, questions, it doesn't matter who it is. We ask questions. But This is why guys like Key and Parcells